Yes. Welcome to the stream. Tal Seif in the chat. Big ups to you. What app are you using? Do you think it's possible to collab? Are you using Video Ninja? No, I'm not. I am using EV same thing that This Is Sissy's channel used before all that happened. But yeah, that's what I use. I use EV But ultimately, your question, is it possible to collab? If you're asking me and me and you to collab, I would say no. And is it possible for me and other content creators to collab? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely possible. Man United will win, by the way, if you didn't know. 2-1 win. 2 red cards in that game, 1 on each side. Interesting. Don't see it a lot. Let me know how we're feeling before this game, by the way. Of course, 2 big wins. One against United, one against Napoli. A derby. And of course, this a big, strong Napoli team. To be fair, red card helps, but hey, can't take anything away from us. We did well. Oh, big neck. Yes, Talseef. Hope you're doing well, though. Can you send me the link? You wanna collab on this stream? I'm not gonna say on this stream, Talseef, but maybe a stream in the future. If you hit me up on either Instagram or Twitter, X, hit me up on there, and we'll try sort something out. But no, not this stream, Talseef. This stream will just be me, but potentially a future stream, yeah? I like to properly plan those ahead of time, yeah? I only have YouTube. Yeah, no worries. Look, as far as predicted 11s go, by the way, I'm not gonna lie to you, lads. It's pretty straightforward. As far as predicted 11s go, it's pretty straightforward. Oh, I only have YouTube. Sorry. Let me need score prediction. My score prediction, I'm not too sure, to be honest, but I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to the predicted 11, for me, you just got to stick with what's been working. There's a proper flow and a bit of rhythm now flowing through this team. And if you try and switch it around, try and mess it about a bit against Arsenal, I just don't feel like it's going to bear fruit. This has really been working. Vardio's coming to this team has been brilliant. Donnarumma's come in and has been brilliant. O'Reilly's come in has been brilliant. Kusanov's come in and has been brilliant. And that back four has helped Diaz a bit too. It's been really, really good to watch as a City fan, I feel. Blinking heck, we've got 2 Vardios. I wish. Rodri apparently against Napoli. I can watch that game, of course, but apparently he was brilliant. Phil Foden's obviously been playing very well. It's all going really well at the moment. I don't feel like you can justly switch it up. Hull City 3-1, big ups. Who would win in a 1v1, Doku or Timber? Well, Timber's been brilliant this season for Arsenal, as far as I'm aware. So it's not going to be easy one way or the other. I would be surprised if Doku didn't beat him once. I think it could be one of those. It could be very much. Timber it's a one-sided W for Timber, or it's a one-sided W for Doku, or it's quite even. It could really be anywhere on that scale. It just depends on how Doku is playing. Doku, when he puts his mind to it, okay, he's brilliant. Okay, he can do it, but he has to put his mind to it. Last 2 games he's got it spot on. It just really depends. Big ups to the 6 people tuning in. Big ups. Who do we want on the right wing then? Bernardo it would be, wouldn't it? Bernardo and then Haaland. This has been very much the team we've been going with as of late. Unless there's injuries I don't know, but I don't think you change it. And I hope there isn't any injuries, because then it forces us to change it. and can mess with that rhythm a little bit. But I feel like this is. And Doku got 2 assists against United, 1 goal against Napoli. Yeah, good stats. He did very well in both those games. And against Arsenal, I'm really, really hoping that he can do similar. I'm really hoping so. Roger insists he doesn't care about City's results against Arsenal last season and is only focusing on securing the win this weekend. I think that's the attitude we have to go in with. Okay, of course, be aware that Arsenal are obviously a threat. Okay, but we have to go in not dwelling on the past and not worrying, Arsenal beat us last season and whatnot. Yeah, they did. They deserved it, They deserved it at the Emirates game. We got absolutely battered. We were absolutely shocking. But this game, we have to look past that, okay? And we have to rise above it. Do you think Eze will handle Kusanov in a 1v1? Eze's a different kind of winger, isn't he? Compared to what Kusanov may have usually been going up against. Eze's a very tricky winger, is the thing. I don't really know how well he's done since joining Arsenal, but he's a very, very tricky winger. He can cut in and out, and he's going to cause issues a bit. We saw it last season against us. Scored a cup final winning goal. He's a very good winger. Do I think Eze will get the better of Kusanov? I think he could definitely beat him once or twice, but I think Kusanov is a very no-nonsense defender. I think it's going to be. I think it'll be tight. This is my answer. Could this be Doku's redemption? I'll tell you what, lad. If he has a good game tomorrow, then yeah, it really could be. Hold 2 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses start of the season. Not awful. Could be worse, Glimpse. I really hope Doku tears Timber apart. Absolutely. We'll be there. Yeah, let me know if you would change anything here. Again, we have to be wary of Arsenal's threat. If we go to Arsenal's last Premier League game, Arsenal. Illicit club. So this was their starting 11 for the last game in the Champions League. This is the starting 11. I know that the midfield is obviously very solid. Mosquera apparently has come in and has been brilliant for Arsenal, so it's definitely a threat, not to be sneered at. Gabriel's obviously good. Okay, we have to watch him in the box. Put someone tall, put someone strong with him. That's not going to make it hard. That's going to make it hard for him. Timber's obviously a tough one to beat. Our wingers are going to be absolutely crucial. Okay, this battle here is going to be big because I think Doku can cast aside Marino if he comes in to help out very easily. Okay, so Timber though, and even Mosquera, okay, I think he's going to have a bit more trouble there. But Arsenal, I don't know how they're going to approach it. They might sit back, they might not. If it was 23-24, they'd probably sit back here. If it was last season, they'd obviously go at us because we're very vulnerable and we were there to be had. But this season, I don't really know how Arsenal will approach. This season, they might go ham. They might go for us, okay? Despite our last 2 games, okay, they might be thinking, we can get these guys. Okay, they're not all that. Let's go get them. Yeah, and they very well might be right. But at the same time, they might be like, oh, these guys are back. Let's maybe play a bit more conserved. Maybe hit on the break a little more. It's so tough to know. Teams like to play us in different ways. And it all comes down to their confidence. They've got good options on the bench too. There's no Saka. Saliba's on the bench this game, so maybe he'll be in the team. They've got decent options off the bench as well, though. You can buy decent. Martinelli's alright. Norgard, decent. Trossard, decent. Noaneri, he's obviously a very talented player. And Lewis Skelly is as well. Okay, of course, Lewis Skelly's a bit more of a defender. But I think best chance is the right hand side. I don't even know because Bernardo's not very much a like an attacking forward. Ultimately, though, Doku's not going to just be hugging this touchline. Okay, against United, he ran down here and then cut it back to Phil. So Doku's going to be very much running along here because Bernardo's not going to go like to the touchline a lot. He's not really that kind of player anymore. He'll go for it. Okay, he's more likely to cut in, I feel, and maybe pass, but he will go for it a bit. But you saw against United, against Doku, he had a tough time there, and I think it could very well be the same against Calafiori. So maybe having Savinho on the right would actually suit this game, but I don't want to mess around with it, lads. I really don't. I'm just in that case right now of the team is working, it's working well. Let's just go for it. Let's just absolutely go for it. Keep what we've got. Okay. So on this. So I was watching a clip of Mika Richards. Bro, he's our Man City representative, bro. It's kind of shocking. It's kind of shocking. Just scrolling through City Extra Twitter feed, see if they've got anything on the game. Apparently Bernardo is attracting interest from Serie A. Of course, he's got one year left on his deal. Could very well leave on a free next summer. Rodri, I'm not close to full fitness, but I wanted to come back to see my teammates again. I wasn't part of the team last year, but I was always in the team and stuff like them. Just very much commenting on stuff. Big ups to the women's team. 5-1 against Tottenham. That's big. Let's have a look. Not too much other than Pep's press conference. He's clowning on the media a bit there, saying that if Arteta wins the league, it'll be just because he spent money, not because he worked a lot. Same with Arne Slot. Really hope Rodri's available. Of course, there is a world where Rodri's not available on this team. Due to maybe a little wobble in his injury. So it would probably be Nico G, really. Look at that, I can imagine it's Calvin Phillips. So you could very well see that tomorrow. Not necessarily me saying I want that. I prefer something else. But look, there's not really much more for me to talk about other than the fact that, I want the Napoli game, because the Napoli game, I only hear good things on it. And look, people say, oh, they're down to 10 men. Yeah, they were. Okay, but that doesn't take away from a performance. It doesn't. This is just working right now. And hey, Pep made the change I recommended, by the way. He obviously watches MCFC Connect, so he obviously made this because of me. Swapped Phil and Reinders around. And hey, I didn't hear as many complaints about Reinders this game, to be fair. I didn't watch the game, I didn't get to see it with my own eyes. But I'm just hoping it meant he had a good game. Rodri, when did he get to go off? Hopefully he got subbed off, a bit earlier. Yeah, he came off at the 60th minute. Good stuff. It's good for Rodri. Any minutes we can save on him, the better. By the way, guys, just thought I would say I will be covering the Ballon d'Or, which is wait there. Now then, this year I'm not going to get copyrighted. It's on Monday the 22nd of September though. So yeah, I should be able to cover that. Should be all good on my end. But hey, look, Blues, big ups everyone who tuned in. I really don't have much more to say. Beware for the Ballon d'Or stream, we'll cover that. I'm very curious to see who wins it this year, because last season it was obviously Rodri, season before that it should have been hard, but it was Messi, but oh well. But this season it could be a number of players really, a couple Barcelona candidates, a couple of PSG candidates, and I'm very excited to see which one wins. I think it'll probably be Ousmane Dembele, that's probably my prediction. But hey, it'll be cool to see. It'd be very cool to see. But look, big ups everyone who tuned in. I appreciate the support as per usual. Make sure to like the stream if you haven't already, and to subscribe to the channel too. On that climb. Big ups everyone who tuned in. Absolutely back tomorrow, of course, with the Arsenal game. I'll see you all there.